inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. For the Cal Bears, offense will take the field first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. If you make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Kitchens. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Golden Bears will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. So SMU's offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these kids make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Going to the running game. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and he can also hand it off to him. And he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
The Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to beat him to the left. There we go. Powers through. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. Was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do.
Deep shot for the end zone.
Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
2 yards on this play.
Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fit. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
The give for the gun.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
No way to go with one down. He goes at the 39.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On third and long, you'll need to loosen up that arm. It's completed to the right side. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a buttoned-up blue. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off. And even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab over there. And a good pick up there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Fire. There he goes, breaking the pocket. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And the Golden Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Fighting off the defender. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Finds a tight end. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. If he keeps doing stuff like that, I'll keep trotting him out.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. First play of the drive wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kitchens. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying play action. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Golden Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He unleashes a run. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
the move from inside his own 20. Finding open areas. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just running out front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
They got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Golden Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback adapted. Crosses the 30. He's going. Inside the 20. Stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. They'll immediately call timeout. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Over the middle. It's Kitchings. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snap in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
Well, that was a huge touchdown for the offense there, just to try to get some mojo going here at halftime. It would have been tough sledding here in the first half. Only a field goal before they finally got into the end zone. So obviously still a lot of work to do. You're still trailing on the scoreboard. That's going to do a lot for their confidence, I think, before heading into the second half.
He'll start the return inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The give on the counter. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Berkeley. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
The Golden Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Hand off from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Ball's run deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Golden Bears line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Holds it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. Touchdown Mustangs! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Out of the chute, cross to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Golden Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle and seals. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He holds one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Golden Bears will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Turner. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He leaves it with the back. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And we're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner.
Snags a quick pass on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play.
29 Philly.
Back to pass. Floats it out in space. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Running back has it. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody...
They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now the throw. Got his man on the run. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up the play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter. There's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count, perfectly got into the backfield and created the negative play.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Lincoln. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Headed from the corner on the jet sweep. Loses his way through. Touchdown, SMU! And the pummeling has started. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, Ole Miss and LSU have battled to the final whistle. Here's a quick breakdown. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep them in bounds. What a one-yard gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Offense gets set for second down. The pull and throw off the arm. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Golden Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Breaks into the open.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to a running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn it and hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they